International, Fantasy Football International, and we only have two of the Fantasy Paradise players here. Dan the Man Branch and Judah McNeil. And I just really wanted to talk a little bit about last night. I was at a fantasy football workshop with the one and only Evan Silva. Do you know who you know who Evan Silva is, right?
Yeah.
He lives around here, and anyways, yeah, and he put on a free workshop at the a local library. So I was like, I can't do my draft. I'm going to go to that.
Yeah.
But so
do that.
So Dan so wonderfully took over for me. Now, so Dan, I've been getting a lot of flack today from the people in that
from your league.
The people in the league, man, they are dogging me. They're like, they keep talking about my my drafting style, my crappy.
I forgot to mention that I'm not actually Judah. Now you're like, oh, a friend was drafting for me. They're totally not gonna believe you.
Yeah, no, I just let them talk trash because it's actually, I think it's a really good team. The only problem is, all right, so let me bring up the team. The only problem is there's, like you said, there's no stud, and that
no first or second rounder for most snake drafts.
What's that?
Maybe third rounder. Let's see, who's your top rated player?
I don't even have a
Lamar Miller, probably.
What?
Lamar Miller is probably your top rated player.
Yeah, he's my second stringer. I mean, not my second. He's the only second rounder. So let's look at who I got here. My team is Matthew Ryan, which actually last night Evan Silva was really dogging Matthew Ryan. Jordan Matthews, who I think is he's gonna blow up. He's gonna do awesome. Andre Johnson, I think he's going to do amazing. Roddy White, I think he actually has a good chance of doing really well. Mark Ingram, I love Mark Ingram, although he is kind of injury prone. Lamar Miller, I think, he's just one of those. All these guys are one of those players that is underrated. It's not going to be super sexy, but I think will actually do pretty well from week to week. And then Travis Kelce, who I mean, he only played like a quarter of the season or maybe he played like 40% of the season last year because of injury and just because the coach said that they were bringing him on slowly, and he dominated. He's a huge guy too. They call him Baby Gronk. And then on my bench, I got Eli Manning, Martellus Bennett, the black unicorn, Andre Ellington, who was in the news today.
I'm scared that they might sign Chris Johnson and steal his carries.
Yeah, I don't know. We can talk about that. And then TJ Yeldon, who is the only back in Jacksonville, but of course, it's Jacksonville. And Ameer Abdullah, who I have a serious man. How much did you pay for Ameer Abdullah? Do you remember?
Well, he was one of the later players, so I probably paid like 12 for him.
Man, I love Ameer Abdullah, and every news item that comes out of Detroit is talking about how Ameer Abdullah is amazing and Joique Bell is still injured. So, and then I got Edelman, I got Steve Groskowski, Steven Groskowski, who I love. I mean, he's the best kicker, and Houston. Now, did you see that? Okay, so the guy that was dogging me, I can't even say his name on the air. Hey, we got a Wilski.
The sneezing team.
Yes. So, Will, how long have you been here?
How long have I been here? Like a minute, maybe?
1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, last night Dan drafted for me. It's my first auction draft. I didn't even get to. I didn't even get
I'm
to
the
bid.
auction specialist.
Didn't you
I called in the specialist.
go to a seminar on fantasy football?
Yes, with the Evan Silva.
I
And
don't
dude,
even know who that is. But you had Dan draft for you while you went to a fantasy football seminar.
yeah.
Yeah. Normally a good choice.
What happened, Dan?
If it's
So-
Dan,
So
or
let
I was
me-
thinking, I was thinking it would have been cool to like have, like you guys both log in and like debate it on air and like draft it online. I just didn't have time to set it up.
I didn't have time to do it. So
Well,
mostly because I don't care about you enough.
that's mean.
No.
Dude, your picture is really clear. Is that your iPad?
No, this is my MacBook.
Your MacBook?
Oh.
Yeah.
How come you weren't using your MacBook earlier?
I didn't have it earlier. I just got this for school.
Oh.
Nice.
This is my work MacBook.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, did you hear my lineup that he got me?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well, go back and watch.
Quick. Boom, boom.
Who is it?
Got Matt Ryan, Jordan Matthews.
Andre Johnson, Roddy White, Mark Ingram, Lamar Miller, Travis Kelce, and then on the bench is Eli Manning, Martellus Bennett, Black Unicorn, Andre Ellington, TJ Yeldon, Ameer Abdullah, Julian Edelman, who I'm a big fan of, and then for kicker I have Steven Gautsky and Houston. Now, Houston is interesting. Why did you get me Houston, and how much did it cost?
Wait, Houston? Who Houston?
Cost like 6.
Houston.
4. 3. It cost like nothing.
Houston Street, the closer for the A's?
No. Houston, the defense, the team.
Oh!
Houston defense was good last year.
No, they're
They
going to
have
be really good this year. They are.
Yeah.
But
Getting Jadeveon Clowney. They're going to be like a sack. I believe they're going to be the top defensive team in fantasy.
they could. But here's the problem: is that they don't have a good running game now. And in order to be a top-notch defense, you have to have a really good running game, or else you can have the best defense in the world, and they got to play like 2 hours straight.
Yeah, it caused more turnovers.
That's true.
Now is Foster going to be out long? He's only expected to miss a couple weeks, right?
No, he'll be out at least 6 to 10.
Have you guys already talked about Geno Smith?
Oh yeah, Geno Smith.
Somebody paid $30 for Adrian Foster last night.
Someone bought Arian Foster last night?
For $30.
30, huh?
Like just as much as like Carlos Hyde and like Justin Forsett and stuff.
All right, so that was a terrible buy. But anyways, to wrap it up, Will, I've been dogged all day by these jokers in the league, saying that I have a strange and terrible drafting strategy. I think it's because your Branch, didn't your power keep going off or something?
It's a nationally known fact. Georgia had some crazy storms last night. There was like 6 inches of water on the ground.
I don't want to hear excuses.
Hail.
Sounds like a decent team, though. What are they talking about?
The internet would crap out at the worst possible times.
And then the guy who is dogging me, has 4 quarterbacks. He has Bradford. He has who's the Patriots guy? Come on, my brain doesn't work.
Thomas Brady.
I think yes. I think his name's Tom Brady. So he
goes by Thomas now.
Huh?
He goes by Thomas now. He's trying to get away from his past.
He's trying to class it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So he had four. He has four like QBs, and he's dogging me. I'm like, oh, all right. I didn't say anything. He keeps talking about how he's gonna whip me. I'm like, well, we'll see.
And 2 of your 5 running backs are bound to like have great matchups like every week. And
Well, Miller for sure. I was hoping you'd get me Gore, but that's okay. That's okay.
on the queue, like it was the only, like all your targets like ended up being like the last of like the good players that were like on the board, and that's when my internet crapped out, and I missed on Julio Jones and Mike Evans and Frank Gore, and who's the other one? You told me too late you wanted Gronk.
Yeah.
You had him starred, but you specifically mentioned Kelsey.
Oh no, I like Kelsey better. Like pretty much,
Yeah.
I have like 7 or 8. Now I have 7 or no, I have 8 leagues, and pretty much all of them have Gore, Kelsey, and
Diversify.
and Matthews, Jordan Matthews.
Multiple
Yeah.
leagues? You gotta diversify.
Yeah, the key is to have so many leagues, and you get so many different players that you don't have any idea who to pull for on game day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I hate doing that.
Except for
But here's the thing. This is only my 3rd paid one. Most of my paid ones are pretty diversified, but I did a lot of them, just free ones, so that I could kind of get a feel for what it's like. Because mock drafts can only take you so far. If you actually do a league, it's just better.
But even the free leagues, they're totally not the same. You have multiple guys not show up for the drafts and stuff.
Not so far for me. Everybody showed up, and people are trying to trade me and stuff. I'm like, this is a free league. I don't know you. Get off of me. I don't know. So,
Hey, at least they're active.
What's that?
At least they're active.
Yeah.
Trying to trade.
Yeah, well, I know. Oh, I because see, like, that was on that league. I think I chose 5 straight running backs. I just went, straight running backs. And I actually ended up a really good team. And then, so a lot of people were trying to trade me for running backs, obviously. I was like, I don't think so. I'm going to sit here with my running back horde. I think it was like a 3 wide receiver league, too. Anyways. Will, why don't you tell us about Geno, the fighter Smith?
Oh my goodness.
So apparently, the Jets hold practices, which is news to me. He seems to play last few years.
They're trying to class it up too.
And some dudes got in a scuffle, and
it wasn't some dudes. Wasn't it like? It was like the guy who he beat up a cop a year ago.
It was
Really?
he beat up the cops like 4 years ago.
yeah, I mean,
think he
that's like
stabbed his
statute of
mom.
limitations thing. So
He has a weird name. What's his name?
IK.
Okay, his name's IK.
Oh, okay.
So what happened to Geno?
he got a little injured. He was injured bad.
You're bad.
I think it's Fitzmagic time.
I don't even know what that means. IK Enemkpali,
Watch your language.
and he's a reserve linebacker.
Was he a rookie this year?
I don't know. He's a reserve linebacker. It's his 2nd year.
Oh.
He played at LTU.
No wonder.
Yeah.
LTU. That doesn't even exist. It's like an online school.
Yeah. Hey, it happened in the town he was born in.
Really?
Coincidence? I think not.
His mama made him do it.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of Fitzmagic?
Uh,
Plays for the Jets, right?
Hey, I think if they have a good run game, he can be decent. I mean, Buffalo's had some nice runs in like the past couple years for a while.
Wasn't Fitzpatrick the one who got like 5 touchdowns in one game last year? Like that fluke game?
I think so. I think a year or two ago, yeah.
It was last year. I think I remember him
I
having.
think 3 of them were to Scott Chandler, like the tight end.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like, should we pick him up or what? Like,
Ah, mercy. So it's been weird, and then I saw that Peterson got hurt today too. I didn't read
no, he
anything
did
about it.
not.
Huh?
No, he did not.
Yeah, it's like a little tweak or something, but it's noteworthy.
Why is it noteworthy?
They're just playing it safe. Preseason, everything's a joke for Adrian Peterson.
Look, after being out so long, it's hard to stay in shape, and you're using muscles now that you haven't ever used. So a lot of people are worried. It's just noteworthy because a lot of people are worried. Now I know he's not human, and he's from Planet Football, but
Oh, he is a robot. He is a football robot.
I don't know if that would make me happy about a robot out there on the field. I don't know. And then Dez Bryant has a little bit of a little in his leg or something. Little hammy.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
There's just a lot of I don't know. I've never really been too active in the preseason, so maybe this is normal that lots of people get hurt all the time in the preseason, but it just seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like cautionary, not real injuries.
I wouldn't put any stock into anything anybody ever says in the preseason.
Well, I'm gonna go pick up Arian then. Well, not Arian. What's his name? Arian Foster.
Arian Foster.
Foster.
How about that article on ESPN about him this week, huh? It's pretty good.
What did it say?
That
I don't read.
Oh, well, it was about him talking about how he doesn't believe in God.
Oh yeah, he's an atheist.
Yeah.
I heard somebody talking about that.
There aren't a whole lot of those, are there?
Well, what is that? The Confession of Arian. You have his book?
No, it's ESPN the magazine.
What's a magazine?
And he said, I don't believe there's a God. And then he got hurt.
Is that like a website that's like physical?
Yeah, it's a physical website. Back in the days, you could go to a bookstore and pick up physical websites.
A what store?
Yeah.
So that's what he gets for being an atheist. No, I take that back.
That's mean, guys. That's mean. That's not how the world operates, okay?
It's not, yeah. All right, but, okay, so you probably have to go pretty soon, Branch, don't you?
Yeah. Couple
Where are you
months.
going? Where are you going?
Crazy.
Yes. You've been there for a while.
He's got a dance or something with his mom.
Oh, cool. Your real mom?
My real mom.
His baby mama?
Real mom.
All right, so when can we talk about like next time? I would like to set up a time that we like sit down and we draft. Either we all draft on the same team, or each of us picks like a mock draft, but like each one of us picks our own team.
I like the mock draft idea.
All right. And then next week, I've got some people that are like Brian Bradley said he wants to join us. I might get my friend Jim. A couple people might join us next week. So.
Cool.
And I think we can get a. You know what we could do? We could get a Paradise Players league together. So I can beat you guys.
You get the Hermans involved.
I'm drafting all quarterbacks.
You and the sneezer. I can't even say his name.
That was actually me. You guys didn't know that? That's why I couldn't draft for you. That's my alias, the sneezer.
So there was a big controversy today. Other than my terrible drafting, like apparently somebody was sending around trade ideas, and everybody was super mad because these two guys agreed to a trade, and it was Russell Wilson, and the New York Giants defense for Macklin and the Philadelphia Eagles defense. And I thought it was a terrible trade, but I wasn't thinking like collusion or anything. I let the trade go through. I think the Eagles are going to be a great defense, and I'm really not that high on Wilson.
You're crazy. Russell Wilson's like the third highest rated quarterback.
No, he's the third highest drafted. He's not. I mean, a lot of people are saying that he's going to take a huge step back on running yards, and I mean they're going to have a terrible defense. He's going to have to throw a lot. He's probably going to start throwing interceptions for once.
Still, that's a bad trade. Whether you like Russell Wilson or not, that's a bad trade.
It's a bad trade, but it's not terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Would you have vetoed it?
Yeah.
Why?
It kind of also depends on how much the other team didn't need Russell Wilson. Like, who is his backup quarterback?
He didn't have a quarterback.
And he traded away Russell Wilson to pick up a free agent?
No,
Derek Carr and Bridgewater?
No, no. The guy who was getting Russell Wilson didn't have a QB.
Yeah, what did the other team have that gave up Russell Wilson?
I didn't bother to check. He had a pretty stacked team, though.
Because, I mean, if he had a good backup quarterback that could easily start, somebody like Tony Romo or something, then, like, yeah, sure. Need some wide receivers.
Cam Newton went for $6 last night. That's what somebody was saying.
Yeah.
$6, huh?
I would have picked him up.
That's
for
that messed us up. I was too locked into your targets. I was like, I gotta get these guys and just get these guys, and then like, it's like the good deals would pass by. I mean, how much? I got Andre Ellington because I paid like $10 for him or something like that. Like less than half price.
I'm kind of a fan of Andre Ellington. I was until today, until the news came out that they're getting Chris Johnson. Do you think that getting here's one strain? It could be that they're getting Chris Johnson to take David Johnson's place because David Johnson has an injury.
Yeah. I don't think Chris Johnson's reliable as like a everyday starter either. He just.
When was the last time he was really solid producer?
I can tell you, it was 2013 because I traded him away and he went off. Well, he was terrible the first half of the season. I actually traded for him, and then I traded him away for Boykin.
Oh, you got boinked on that one.
I got boinked on that one. Boykined.
All right, I gotta bounce. I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun.
All right.
Go bounce. Go dance with your mother.
Thanks for helping me yesterday. Oh, he's gone. And just like that, he was gone.
And all of a sudden, you sound so much better.
Really?
Yeah. Like his sound was making you sound terrible. I don't know.
He needs to get a microphone.
He needs to get better internet.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, you have really crispy clear internet.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So, what else is in the news? Did you see anything?
No.
Have you drafted anything?
No.
No.
And I honestly don't even care to.
Would you be doing fantasy football if I hadn't roped you into this?
No. Probably not. Well, somebody else asked me if I'd do a league with them, and I said I would, but they haven't gotten back with me, so I don't know if that's going to happen. If it does, then I'll do a league. If it doesn't, then I'm completely happy not to.
I don't know why you hate football so much.
I don't hate football. I hate fantasy football. I don't even hate fantasy football. I just don't want to do it.
All right. Well, I was thinking for the Roto Hackers website. Oh, so did you know? So you don't know who Evan Silva is, do you?
No, I don't.
So Roto World. Have you heard of Roto World?
I've heard of rotisserie chicken. Same thing?
It's just like rotisserie chicken, except take away the chicken, take away the rotisserie,
And then add the roto.
add back a roto, or yeah. So take away the rotisserie. No, it's like one of the biggest fantasy football like websites. You've probably seen stuff quoted from it. And he about 10 years ago, he started just like writing for them for free. He just really wanted to do it. He started getting paid a little bit, and then
He's just a fan.
well, he was like he was determined that he could write for them, and then he started doing really good, and they started paying him a little bit, and then the boss got hired by NFL, and the people that own the site, is like a committee or whatever. They're like, site's all yours, Evan. So
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So he lives out here in the suburbs or somewhere around here, and
He lives around, I guess that would make sense since you went to see him.
Yeah, he was really personable. Like, I'm used to him kind of being like, I don't know, just kind of to the point on his what do you call podcasts. He's on a lot of different podcasts, and like people will have him on as like the expert, and
Yeah.
I have to remind myself that introverted people sometimes come off as like not jerks, but like kind of cold, or like, okay, I guess we'll just get to the point, like chatty Cathy's like me can easily like, what? Why are you not talking more? Do you hate me?
Yeah. I've experienced this as an introvert.
People are like, do you hate me?
Yeah, they don't understand why I'm not saying anything. I'm like, because I have nothing to say. Do you want me to just say something for the sake of saying something?
Yes.
And apparently they do.
They is me.
Leave me alone, okay? Leave me left alone.
But so like we get there, and I'm like, I like made eye contact with him, and I was like, oh crap. And I sat down, and he just starts like talking to us, like some of the people in the front, and there wasn't that many people there. It was like, well, I think there ended up being like 40 people, but
I mean, it's enough to. Did you get to ask questions?
Oh yeah, that was the best part. He talked, but he was like totally asking questions the whole time at the beginning before it started. He was just talking to us about the Bears, just real like chatty,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, 40 people, that's not too many that you could ask questions.
And then he let us ask tons of questions. It was really attractive. And then at the end, he stayed afterwards and answered people's questions.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was really stupid. I went up and asked him questions like about fantasy football. I really should have. Like, he has a little daughter and stuff. I should have been more personable, like gone up and been like, hey, fantasy football, whatever. What's it like trying to, be a professional writer and having a little girl? But instead, I was like, what do you think about Le'Veon Bell?
That's probably exactly what you sounded like too.
I did.
You're so good.
Hi, my name's I can't remember my name.
Hodor.
I was kind of like starstruck.
Hodor.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, Hodor. Does it get
Dan
what?
Dan Branch will talk to like anybody. Like the whole reason we ever go to a South Carolina football game is so that he could try to meet celebrity people.
Really?
Yeah, he has an amazing picture with Aaron Andrews.
Wait, is that announcer lady?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back when she worked on the the ESPN
Oh yeah,
college
local
football.
college thing.
Yeah, we went to the game day thing, and then we went to the stadium early and went down to the bottom ring right around the stadium, and we walked up like right behind where she was like setting up.
Huh.
And he's like, Aaron, can I get a picture? And she like walked over there and gave him a smile.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good picture. And then like as soon as the picture was done, she turned around and walked. She's like, I have stuff to do. I mean, at least she was nice enough to smile.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So are you done with your what are they called? Orientations?
Yeah. School starts tomorrow.
Wow. Well, good. That means that you'll have more time for fun football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, dude. It's the beginning of the season. What do you got? Like going over the syllabus? More.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. And then, then we actually start learning stuff.
That's a ruse.
Yeah, well.
No, I mean I say that, but I have to. I actually start teaching next week, so
What?
I got to teach Latin, literature, rhetoric, science, and there's a sixth one, or maybe
To whom?
we're part of a homeschool consortium, and so
Okay.
it's called Classical Conversations. It's pretty cool. It goes back to like classical way of learning. So
Are you broadcasting this?
oops, yeah. So, anyways, that does it for fantasy football talk. For William Billiam Plunkett. By the way, can you change your name on your Google Plus to like Billiam or something? Because there are like a million William Plunketts that I have to scroll through to get to you. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But for that man, I am Judah McNeil signing off.